Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, and we are back in the Keep of Umbar. We're technically ready to go into the city proper, but as I mentioned on the previous episode, I was just double checking on the LOTRO companion because this village in here seems suspicious to me. I didn't find anything related to it because, well, I didn't look too hard, but I did find mention of a quest that it seems we might have missed here in Kuthra, and this will be, or might be, an unexpected setback to our plans of going to Umbar, but the quest that was showing on the LOTRO companion is not showing in here. Supposedly this Elijah would give you a quest for some of the salamanders to the west that we already saw earlier, but, well, as you saw there, she doesn't have any quest rings, so yeah, I'm a little bit confused about that. But I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth right now, and instead I much rather right now ride to Umbar. I'm really eager to get to the city at long last, so I guess this issue with a quest is a problem for future Beriathan, but we'll see what happens. Alrighty, so as you see here also, by looking at a map, well, there are like 3-4 entrances into the city. That's a lot. But, well, we need to get to the one entrance where the rest of the crew will be. And after our setback with the Wave Hunter at Voyage's End, and, well, our adventures in the Shield Isles and the Cape of Umbar, our mission seems to be back on track once again. Now, Sauron's Temple. We really haven't gotten any quest to come and explore this ominous place, which, yeah, doesn't look good. Do I want to take a look at that? I mean, can we enter is the first question. It doesn't seem to be. There's some rubble blocking the entrance. Oh, but we have a deed. The false church of Ordak. You have discovered Mag Corvo, the fane of the old seeing. But yeah, we cannot enter. And God knows who we might have pulled. But we have Sailhaven, the Upper Ward, the Gardens, and the Lower Ward. So, yeah, as you can expect, there are more remnants of Sauron's, the worship of Sauron here in Umbar, so we'll need to trace it down, it seems. Our first look into the city from above. So big it doesn't even fit the frame. Oh boy. We're getting there. And here we have every single white getting alerted to our presence. Let's try and avoid... Oh, a treasure cache? No way. Ah, boy, right next to... Okay, we lost aggro. 3 out of 20. That looks good. Yeah, there had to be a treasure cache by this temple. There was no reason for it not to be. Oh. Oh boy, we missed Oh... Christ. Wrong turn, as usual. Okay, so... third time's the charm, I guess. As it usually happens to me. Please leave me be. Was right before getting to the temple. Not sure exactly how we missed it in that case. Oh, yeah, I see it now. This little turning here I didn't see because I was so focused on checking the temple. But, yeah, this is a much faster way into the city. Oh boy. Oh boy, we're getting there. I barely remember now everything Daxamat told us when we first sailed on the Voyage Hunter. He explained a lot of Umbar's history and culture and geography and everything. Oh, but that was such a... It was so overwhelming that I don't remember it all. Oh! Take a look at here. We have Galengam, Elladan Eldor here, Sirgon, Gimli, Legolas, Nauriel, Sigilith, Gangur, Gwalang, Bruidis, and Rosaran. Where's Horn? Driftwood. I'm sorry, old habits die hard, as you have seen with me. Can we get a good picture of our crew? I mean, if Rosaran and Bruidis were standing a little bit closer, maybe... Still want a picture of the crew. As many of them as I can fit into the frame anyway. Yeah. Something like this, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry Rosaran and Bruidis, but why are you standing so far away? I don't know.
We are almost there.
The journey nears its end, and we are still alive, which is more than I expected if I am being honest with you.
We are likely to attract unwelcome attention if we approach the city as a group.
I am no strategist, Beriathan, but even I know we are likely to attract unwelcome attention if we approach the city as a group. What do you think? You advise your crew to split up and enter the city of the Corsairs by separate gates. That is a good idea. We will all meet up after we have learned what we can inside the city. Until then, farewell and be careful. Everyone takes their leave and goes to enter the city separately. And now we are gonna enter through the Sail Haven, and in there we can also find one of the locations for the Southern Worship, the deed we just unlocked. So I guess we will also be looking for that. Oh boy. Is that's the symbol of the Ledger Keepers, right? I think it is. Well, no. It's like a symbol of Umbar in general. Umbar Baharbêl, city of the Corsairs. Awesome! You did the gates of Umbar Baharbêl, the beacon gate. Okay. How many? Oh, 11 gates? The Lord's Dwarf. Oh my god. Yeah, I had heard this city was even bigger than Minas Tirith and more complex, more intricate. But oh boy, they are not pulling their punches on this one. You have arrived at Umbar Baharbêl, the city of the Corsairs.
So this is the city of the Corsairs. I am a long way from home.
You and I both. Kyavar frowns, and you know he is remembering the cold welcome he received from his family and the other folk of Ethring. I suppose my home is not what it used to be. I am here at the command of King Eleazar and to help my friends as I can. For those two purposes, I would travel anywhere. The rest of the crew will be somewhere within the city now, searching for information that will aid us in the rescuing of Thorongil and your elf friend. You will need to search the several districts of the city if you are to find them, I think. The Fleet Fast, the upper and lower wards, and the Sail Haven at least. I will see you at one of the markets in the Sail Haven when you have learned what there is to be learned. So, once again, as you might have guessed, we are tracking the entire crew. 5 of them are mandatory, and 6 of them would be optional because, well, driftwood, right? So we'd better get right to it, and we also have a few side quests as well.
May the seas be cold and the winds fair.
You there! The harbor guard glances downward and appears to begin reading off a small piece of parchment. By order of the Kindred of the Coins, the captain of the haven, Eshmun, requires assistance in rebuilding the Sail Haven and safeguarding it from the enemies of Umbar. Heirsworn loyalists still plague the free city, and they must be routed that the stain of the scourge be finally cleansed from our lands. Fair compensation will be provided. If you wish to aid Umbar Baharbêl, report to Eshmun at the Harbour Warden's tower at once. Okay, and the other rank we have in here is Wenda, that can also offer you her services in Umbar Baharbêl, thank God. I wouldn't want to backtrack to just to look for her, but well, there we go. And the Shrine of He Who Sees All. Not gonna add that to the tracker, but really? Hey, buddy, I just came here. That's a little bit inconsiderate on your part. Just minding my own business. Heirsworn Slayer of Umbar Baharbêl. How many? 100. Loyalists to the heirs. Okay. So it seems we shouldn't be going there, at least not yet. But oh boy, how can you not like enjoy this? I mean, let me see if I can get a good picture of this. Shrine. A shrine looking. I don't know. It's also quite likely that there will be a side quest or something that would take us there. So maybe we don't even need to worry about that. The Northern Shipyard? Ah! Gimli's in here already, okay.
I never thought I would say something like this, but these Corsair vessels do not compare to the Wave Hunter.
Now, that was a fine ship. Ah, what has happened to me, Beriathan? I have been beside the water for too long. I will be dreaming about the golds next, like poor Legolas. No, it is only a chest. I like good strong earth beneath my feet and always will. Legolas and I have been trying to speak to the dock workers in the Sail Haven, but they have not been very helpful to us. Perhaps we will have more good fortune than we have. If we could aid our mission here with suspicious glances, we would have the victory already and be halfway back to Gondor by now. I do not think these folk see many long beards here, and elves are even more rare. I think what Gimli said just there is a sort of Easter egg reference to the fact that he will eventually leave Middle-earth with Legolas. So, whether you like it or not, you have more sailing ahead of you.
There was a time when asking questions would get you brought to the temple on the hill.
By the Church of the Old Scene. Be glad those times are past, stranger. But I have nothing to say to you. Just be glad the Kindred of the Coins rules us now, and not the Empire of Vordak. Now that you're mentioning that Empire of Vordak, do you know where I can find a shrine in here? Question like this, I like to get you in trouble.
I like to get you in trouble, stranger.
And sooner than you might be prepared for. No, not sooner. I'm always prepared for trouble. Oh boy, this guy. quite strong. Thank God I have some help in here. I give up, I give up. Ah, Legolas.
Have you had good fortune or ill so far?
More ill than good.
Said wherever elves and dwarves go, trouble is sure to follow.
Really? I hadn't heard that one before. I'm not saying I agree with it, but this is something you will hear in Umbar if you keep your ears open. There are other whispers as well, that Túmuldo Fierce Water got himself killed in Gondor and his wife Nakási burned the White City to the ground to avenge him. I do not know the truth of it. Why? Túmuldo's probably still alive. He has disappeared before for weeks at a time, and I do not believe something just because I heard someone say it. The two of them are beloved by the folk of the Sail Haven, and have been ever since they helped us cast off the yoke of Wardak and the Church of the Old Seeing. If something has happened to the two of them, Harbour Warden Eshmun will know of it. His office is in the tall blue tower to the south. I cannot guarantee he will speak to such as you, but you may find it valuable to try. Well, I was headed there myself already.
The people here do not know some of what we know.
And I recommend we keep it that way. If it became clear that some of the rumors they have dismissed are true, let us say it may become more difficult for us to accomplish our mission. We should speak with this Harbour Warden and learn what we can of Nakási's whereabouts. She knows you by sight and will not have forgotten your face. She could make things very difficult for us. Yeah. Of all the members of the Kindred, Nakási is certainly one that I do not want to meet. Not now when there's so much at risk. This is sort of the crafting area. Alright. Yeah, I don't want to leave the Sail Haven just yet. But unless I'm missing something too obvious, I don't see the shrine. You have discovered the Welcome Tackle Tavern. Yeah, we are also doing that, right? But unlike Minas Tirith, most of these taverns cannot be entered. Still, there are like... How many were there? 21 of them? So... Ah, the markets of Umbar Baharbêl. Oh, really? Markets as well? Boy. 8 of them. Okay. As I said, giving Minas Tirith a run for its money. Now, of course, we have the 64-bit client, so I'm not sure if the performance here in Umbar is similar to the one on Minas Tirith, because the performance in Minas Tirith with 32-bit servers was terrible, but it improved a lot after 64-bit, and that might still be the case for Umbar. I don't know if anyone still running the 32-bit client. Are you having any issues inside the city? Because a city this big, I wouldn't be surprised if that were the case. This is still Wonder, right? Yeah. Okay, it seems we didn't need to take this long turn. No. Yeah, the tower was just there. Oh boy. But it seems in order to get there, yeah, we gotta take one of those bridges we saw earlier, right? I mean, Minas Tirith is simpler to navigate just for the fact that it's just circles within circles. So at least if they tell you the second circle, the fifth circle, you know where you need to go, but I'm so lost in here. Okay, that looks to be the shrine. Yeah. So before we go to the tower, let me check off the shrine off our list. This one also crumbled. You have discovered the shrine of he who sees all in the Sail Haven. Yeah, I can't say I like it. Oh. Well, I'm glad this thing got destroyed. Oh, there's a milestone over there. We might take it sooner or later. Now we can go back to our tower tracking endeavor. Seems to be through here. Yeah. Oh, there's another quest. And the milestone. Okay, plenty of quests. You have discovered the Fisher Fold, another market.
Fair winds to you.
Have you heard about the many animals that have been put on display in the menagerie of the Upper Ward? A man called Azagath has gathered a number of fearsome creatures. Just thinking about them fills me with dread. He is to be found by Bith Gavar in the Upper Ward. When I am done with my work, I will go there right away. Okay. We have our lead. And it seems every single quest rank in this market was for the same quest. Ah, pity, I thought we would get a couple more. Okay. This is still not the way to the tower. Alrighty, well, we'll continue exploring in that case. Boy, this thing is huge. I don't even know what to think, what to do. And I even lost sight of the tower and everything. You can see some of the Gondorian architecture as well. Okay, finally. Wow. I mean, right? Yeah, I know, Garaloo. Impressive, nonetheless. You have discovered the Harbour Warden's Tower. The Harbour Warden's assistant nods to you as you approach.
This was easy. Eshmun is too busy to speak with anyone.
But I am his assistant and can aid you with any of your needs, so long as it is in the power of the Harbour Warden to grant it. What do you want? You ask the Harbour Warden's assistant what he knows about the ship of Nakási Wave Reaper. He seems about to answer quickly and then catches himself. He thinks for a moment. Do you know something? I have not seen Nakási or Túmuldo in some time. There have been whispers about them down in the Sail Haven, but now that you mention it, it is rather strange that they have not come to see Eshmun in the past few days. Their ship is hard to miss. Usually it is docked right over there. Is that all? Good day to you then. Yeah, I don't buy it. And I will tell you why in just a moment.
Those still loyal to the heirs of custom will find no peace in Umbar.
Hail, I am Eshmun, Harbour Warden and Captain of the Haven, and I was appointed to this station by the authority of Túmuldo Fierce Water, greatest, to my mind, of the Kindred of the Coins. Is there some matter that demands my attention, or have you merely come to admire the craftsmanship of the Umbari? You tell Eshmun that you have come to help rout those loyal to the heirs of Castamir from Umbar Baharbêl. Is that so, stranger? I must admit, I am more accustomed to visitors perusing our markets than living at the opportunity to involve themselves in the affairs of the Kindred of the Coins. But I have been left little choice, it seems.
Might you spare me a moment?
Before I took up the station, the captain of the Haven and many of his harbor guards were loyal to Valakor the Scourge and the heirs of Castamir. Nearly all of them were slain in the mutiny, but as you might imagine, having fewer men has made my efforts to rebuild the Sail Haven far more difficult, and I will not be made to look the fool when Túmuldo Fiercewater returns from his voyage. Oh, it seems he was telling the truth. Rumors abound of the years sworn and their plots in Umbar, but aside from the few that hurl insults from the decks of their ships in the harbor, I see no greater plan at play in the Free City. I only know what I have seen with my own eyes, and to speak plainly, I am not the young sailor I once was. To that end, I would ask that you speak to Semira, the new master of the Sailors Guild, as well as Ahud and Ramax, the foremen of the shipyards in the Sail Haven. If there is an imminent threat to Umbar, they will know of it.
My duties are many. There are none but me who can see to them.
It is a great shame of mine that the harbor has been left in such disarray since the mutiny's end. There are vast patches of filth floating in the water, and it seems that almost every morning I wake to the news that another Airstorm trader has mysteriously found their way into the waters of the Sail Haven. As captain of the Haven, I have many duties that demand my attention, and as obvious a problem as this is, I simply have not had the time or men to spare to say it to it. I know what I ask of you, so I will see to it that you are well compensated for this task. Will you help me cleanse the harbor? Okay, sure. Now we have a new deed. Just 10? Ah, no, because this is a multi-tier deed, isn't it? We might as well have like 3 or 4 tiers to this. But as I was saying, I don't entirely buy these guys not knowing what happened to Nakási, because it's just as likely that Nakási came in here, told them what happened. I don't know. I mean, it's possible she might have warned them about us, or at least given a description, and they are playing coy. I mean, I don't want to lower my guard in here. Still very dangerous. Who knows exactly what happened with Nakási after she left Gondor with Korudan and Thorongil as well. So I don't know. They might be telling the truth, they might not be. I would still guard my back. And we need to play coy ourselves, not attract too much attention. Ah, there they are! I thought it would be further away.
Where has Nakási Wavereaper gone? I do not like this.
They say elves and dwarves cause trouble. I say vengeful widows are more likely to cause trouble than we are, and that trouble will be worse.
Gimli and I will keep our eyes open for some sign of Nakási Wavereaper.
It is true that she may cause difficulty for us if she finds us before we locate the ones she took captive. We will not relax our vigilance. Yeah, I don't want to cross her path, but we'll need to eventually to complete our mission. Elves, dwarves, and travel. So our first crew quest in the city of Umbar. I gotta say, it came way sooner than I thought it would be. But we already have the first one, right? 1 out of 11, I suppose.
Need
you something from me?
It is just terrible. There are too many clumsy hands around at the rover's yard, I think. In the past few weeks, I've seen more than a few crates end up in the waters of the harbor and these canals, and not even the captain of the haven seems interested in retrieving them. It is a disgrace, I tell you. If you can dredge up some of those sunken crates for me, I have some coin for you. Ah, Galengam! Cool, cool. Yeah, well, it figures, the rover's yard. It figures you would find Galengam at one of the markets. He's a businessman after all. How are you faring right now?
The principles of buying and selling hold true no matter where you go in this world.
Have I not proved this to you already? But I will do so again. I give to you this stack of notices advertising the new market stall I have opened. If you post this around the sail haven for me, perhaps to the south, soon the customers will swarm my goods and you will have to save me from drowning. Drowning in gold, Farsi and silver Gimli, that is. Hope you're right. Oh boy.
The sea has taken much from me.
My name is Azagath and I have a sad story to spin. Will you hear it? I was a sailor in a ship, a good ship, and together the crew and I delivered cargo up and down the coast. It was the life for me, seeing new lands and distant shores, meeting interesting people and seeing their faces light up with delight when they received the goods they wanted or needed. I loved it. And the camaraderie. That crew was like my family. They called me the ballast. A term of endearment, you know. It was the best week and a half of my life. But now Captain Citadel has sent me away. Will you find him and beg for me to be allowed to join his crew again? He should be at the Broken Pillar Tavern in the lower ward with the rest of the crew. Yeah, the best week and a half of your life. I love it. Okay, here I have a good place for a poster, and I'm not sure if you saw it, but Sigilate is right over there. I thought the crew, all the crew members would be harder to spot in Umbar. And that still might be true, but finding 3 of them this easily. Again, not gonna look at gift horse in the mouth.
When I became she who remained, I often heard voices and names from my past.
I believe this was due to the dreadful nature of those midnight vaults or terrible artifacts held within them, but it is possible it was just me. I think it has happened again. While I walked here in the lower ward, I thought I heard the name Kasha. It may be this is a common Umbari name, but it is also possible someone may speak of the woman to whom the note we found in the Shield Isles was addressed. Will you go north and listen for further mention of this name outside the Blank Anchor Tavern? If we have learned the fate of Kasha's lost love, should we not tell her of it? Oh, I love that.
Might you spare a moment?
Kina has convinced himself that he will one day rule the Corsairs and even the city. I cannot reach him. I am accused of not being supportive and pushing him away. But I know for a fact these Corsairs do not care for Kina. They use him as a slave with promises of space on one of their boats and a share of spoils. I have seen how they treat Kina. Would you please help me get through to him? Boy, so many people in here. The Blank Anchor Tavern. Here's where we can listen. You hear nothing specifically about anyone named Kasha. Hadorion!
I tracked Kasha up all the way from Langstrand through the Shield Isles. I believe he's made landfall here in Umbar, but we are among his cohorts, so we must tread carefully.
We've made it to Umbar.
To draw him out of hiding.
We've made it to Umbar Beriathan. I tracked Kasha up all the way from the Langstrand through the Shield Isles. I believe he's made landfall here in Umbar, but we're among his cohorts, so we must tread carefully. I have a plan to draw him out of hiding. What's more important to a Corsair and a cutthroat? Reputation. If we call into question that very reputation, they are bound to come forth in defense of it. We shall spread rumors of ill-gotten gains, paint him as a betrayer to his people. We don't need anyone but Kashak himself to believe in these rumors, and something tells me he will. Awesome! We are right to tracking in that gear. I cannot wait! Right, back, sorry, once again had personal matter to attend to that got in the way in the middle of recording, but I much rather do that instead of, if that gets me more consistent playtime, is what I mean.
What news has come in with the tide?
The Black Anchor will soon go under. At first, this was a premier establishment for all of the people of Umbar, but now Corsairs and pirates from the God have started crossing boundaries. Their presence makes it harder for us to not only entertain our guests, but to turn a profit. Take these casks of meat freely as though it is owned to them. If I cannot take these casks back, I will not be able to keep the meat flowing for paying customers. Would you be willing to help? Absolutely. Glad to help. Okay, we have some drunkards in there, but we're also looking for Kasha. Boy, there are so many quests in here that it's getting a little hard to keep track of them all.
We must not let our vigilance lapse.
What do you want? I am at my wit's end. I cannot possibly make up for all of the money I have lost. I thought the city and a new clientele would help me make big profits as a moneylender, but these ruffians don't understand lending terms or even the notion of paying back what's borrowed. In addition, they extort me constantly for more handouts. If I am to make it out of here and start over, I'll need help with collecting debts from these lowlifes. Could I hire you to be my muscle and perhaps intimidate a few of my clients into paying their debts? Not what I thought we would be doing, but okay. And this is the first one. What? Who are you? Hands off! So it didn't work, I assume. All right. We have discovered the Cat's Green Tavern. Alright. So this is where we need to be listening for more news of Kasha, is that it? No, but not here. Oh, there's a crate over there. Here. Did that woman just mention someone named Kasha?
Kasha? Why, yes, I do know Kasha. She's a friend of mine.
She lives to the northeast, here in the lower ward, if you seek her. Yeah, that's what I thought. We ended up in the lower ward. I'm not exactly sure how, but... Well, what else can we do? We're already here. Let's see if we can pick up some of these crates. And this is Sail Haven. Okay. Interior quest location. Oh, is that the main hub? Yeah, for the allegiance and everything. Okay. If I go inside there right now, I'm gonna get so distracted by everything that's inside that I think I much rather wait before I do that. Housing furniture. Really? What do we have here?
Umbar is a free city at last.
Civil Master, Dock Master, and some crafting facilities. I mean, it's not the worst, but I wouldn't call it the best either. Good place for a poster. There, that is for Galengam, right? That's gotta be Galengam. Yeah. Cool. A man standing nearby comments on the notice you just posted.
A man from Gondor has opened a new market stall in the Sail Haven.
The man asks you. As you tell him that is true, something about his manner strikes you as odd. You ask him if he has any interest in goods from Gondor, and he smiles. I do, my new friend. Why should that be unusual? We have had our differences, Umbar and Gondor, but my land desires only to maintain the stability it has earned. It has been different in Gondor, but it should not remain so, should it? My kindred believes that peace between our lands is possible, if Gondor will meet us along the path. What did you say you were called? You answer with your name, and he responds with another charming smile. Enjoy your stay in Umbar Baharbêl, Beriathan. Let Azagath Sea Shadow be the first to welcome you to this land. I will not be the last, I warrant. We are a friendly people, as you are certain to discover. Now I will go to see the goods your merchant friend has to sell. This man is Azagath, leader of the Kindred of the Coins. No way! Wait! No! And this... Boy, yeah, you see the medallion and everything, but this is an optional quest. This is an optional quest that you don't necessarily would see. Oh boy. First, it was Eladan and Elrond here in the Shield Isles when you discovered that Galahad is captive as well, and now you are meeting Azagath. Wow. If Cruel Dancer kills him now, your plan to rescue Thorongil will be endangered. Where was Galengam? He was around here, right? Yeah. Oh. Like over here? Oh, wait, because I'm not sure Galengam understands what's going on right now. Yeah, thank you for looking at the camera, Azagath. Boy. There is no sign of Cruel Dancer, for what that is worth.
I told you the customers would come here in droves.
None can resist my rare and valuable goods, or my name is not Galengam. The coin will be rolling in before this day's end. This man is my first customer, and Galengam lowers his voice to a hushed whisper. And see how finely he's dressed. This man has money to spend, and I will see to it that he spends most of it at my stall and not others. Galengam does not know this is Azagath, Sea Shadow.
New merchants have come to my city during the month following the war. Did you come by ship?
The overland route from Gondor has been treacherous of late, and few merchants have come to my city during the months following the conclusion of the war. Did you come by ship? Galengam happily chatters away, describing a dangerous voyage across the bay and a brief stay in the Shield Isles. Azagath nods sagely. You have done very well to make the journey up Umbar Hill, for the cape has had its own share of troubles of late. Famine, blight, and unsavory types among them. You are to be commended for bringing your wares this far. I must be about my own business now, but allow me to extend the welcome I gave to Beriathan to you as well, Galengam. I hope you will find a custom in my city to your liking. Farewell, my friends. Perhaps I will see you again.
My first customer was not a customer at all, for he did not buy anything. Disaster.
No, I must try and stay positive. Perhaps he will tell his other wealthy friends. Why are you staring at me like this, Beriathan? You tell Galengam that the richly dressed man was Azagath Sea Shadow, leader of the Kindred of the Coins, and that if Cruel Dancer had seen him out and about in the Sail Haven, she would have likely killed him where he stood. Galengam frowns. We should be glad that she did not see him then. That would have been quite bad for business. Really, Beriathan, I think your priorities are somewhat askew. You will never make it as a merchant in this world if you have such trouble remembering what is important. Now you gotta go love a little bit Galengam's absolute lack of awareness. Boy, I did not expect to meet Azagath this early. And now we have the theme of the Kindred playing for us. I mean, you heard him. He thinks that he wants peace between Gondor and Umbar. He believes it can be attained as long as Gondor compromises a little bit. I don't know. We still gotta be careful with the Kindred, of course. We know they are dangerous. We know what happened to Thorongil and Corudan. And we know we are in grave danger, especially because Nakási will not be as educated as Azagath has been. But this introduction of Azagath makes me wonder, will there be any other resolution to this conflict other than fighting? Because it seems that would be so. The Leeward House Tavern. At least it seems it will be possible, especially now that we have also gotten the letter, the roadmap for this year, and it seems we might be joining with some people from the Kindred in the future. I don't know. We'll need to see first how this expansion concludes.
What do you want?
There are 2 storehouses in the Fleet Fast, stranger, to the south and to the west, and they are full of supplies. How many rations do the guards of the Citadel require? Not as many as they keep for themselves, I can tell you that. My friend says that there is such a surplus at each of these storehouses that crates and chests are even kept outside. The guards won't miss those if you take my meaning. Bring me some of the surplus supplies and I will see that they are given to people who really need them, the people of the lower ward. They do no good for anyone if they simply take up space within the Fleet Fast. Remember, there are storehouses both to the south and to the west of the Stuna, the great dock of the ships in the water center. You should retrieve surplus goods from both. And here we have Nauriel as well.
The Fleet Fast is just beyond this gate.
And it seems to be guarded. Still, if we are to rescue my son, we will need to penetrate its defenses. Can I ask you to become my eyes in there and for you to linger by certain of the clay jars that stand at major crossroads within the Fleet Fast? When you do, be sure to note the number of guards and the patrol routes they take as they pass by. This information will help us craft a plan for making our way through the Fleet Fast when the time comes to rescue my Thorongil. Okay, we also got the Gate of Sorrows in there. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I see some of it now, but... Water carrier, guard of the Fleet Fast. Alright. What else? Why is this door closed? Another guard. Another water carrier. Another one in here. The guard of the Fleet Fast calls out to you. You there!
You there! You cannot just linger like this in the Fleet Fast?
The parade ground. Interesting. Do not make me haul you away to the Gaol, for I will do it. You ask the guard if any visitors are ever permitted into the island Citadel, and he laughs. Oh yes, folks are allowed inside. But those folk need to have a personal invitation, and you don't have the look of someone who's likely to have that. Unless Azagath invites you himself, I think you had better keep moving. You ask if Azagath ever comes out of the Citadel and the guard raises an eyebrow. He does, for he is beloved by the people and sometimes walks among them. But if any harm should befall him on one of these trolls, I will look for you first, so you had better not try anything. No longer in the fleet fast, I will not tell you again. Well, you try and stop me. Just like that. We are about to complete Nauriel's quest in here as well. Oh. And where does this ramp lead? Boy, this city is so big. And we're almost out of time for today. But I swear, this thing is huge. Captain Trainer, Guardian Champion, the Warden Trainer, sure. You discovered the Lord's Gate. Okay, so... But this one is closed, so we cannot visit that part of the city just yet. But, well, you heard the man. We need an invitation of Azagath himself. We have already met Azagath. And as much as I hate to say it, he seems like a good fellow, right? So, I don't think it would be too hard to get an invitation. Boy. Oh, some ruffians. Ah! The surplus. Here we go. Grab it. Grab it again. Yeah. Somebody else in here? Yeah, I'm already overwhelmed with the quests and the sheer size of the city.
The wings today are most foul.
My ship has been overrun by mutineers, stranger. They will be dealt with, I assure, but time is short. You see, there is a treasure still aboard the ship, and as it is my ship, the treasure is also mine by right. Will you fight your way onto my ship and retrieve my 3 chests of valuables? You will be rewarded, of course. My ship is docked to the east of here, and some of the ruffians and bruisers that now lurk here in the fleet fast were once members of my crew. Feel free to slay as many of them as it takes to retrieve my treasures.
Speak quickly, my patience runs thin.
My former crew turned out to be mutineers and ruffians, all of them. They must think I perished when they threw me overboard and I would not survive the swim back to the shore. So they are not only dishonorable, but they are fools too. Now they haunt this area of the fleet fast and they stay here in great enough number that the guards fear to engage them in battle. But I do not fear them, and neither do you, my new friend? Some of them are tougher than they appear, but they will not be a problem for you, will it? Yeah, sure, if you say so. It's just that... Oh, boy. Once again, we are... hard present time today. And this is such a lovely, well... massive location. What do we have in here? Another... yeah, the barracks. Okay. A Daxamat. Alright.
I asked around the city for information about the matter that brought us here.
But I learned something else. A good friend of mine, and Jajaxx too, is locked up in the gaol here. His name is Itûr, and he got up to much the same things as my brother and me. When my brother and I returned to the city, it was Itûr who helped me escape from the notice of Koltek. It seems Itûr was not so fortunate. Do you think you might ask the guard of the Gal if Itûr is in good spirits and when he may be released? The Fleetfast Gal, okay. That was close by.
You are fortunate you spoke to me today, and so am I, for my coin purse is feeling a little light.
Who did you want to hear about? Itûr, yes, I know this prisoner. He was a corsair that managed to avoid sailing to the war with all the rest, which means he sails under lucky stars. But his good fortune must have run out because he robbed the wrong person and ended up in the Fleetfast Gal. But he is not to be here long. I understand he has agreed to trial by combat in the Dahal Hulis, the arena of the gladiators. If he is victorious there, he will be released. If he is not, well, he will no longer take up any wall space in the Gal, if you understand my meaning. Yeah, we have heard a lot of things about that arena, so that doesn't sound good.
Trial by combat. Itûr was no martial novice when I knew him, but...
He was never especially skilled in combat. I think his success in the arena will depend upon the Hulas against whom he is matched. Let us go to the arena and see if they have posted the matchup for the coming contests. And where is the arena exactly? Oh boy. I mean, I swear, every single step I take, 10 more quests pop up, and usually I wouldn't mind that, but... I don't know, I have the feeling that I've been exploring a lot more than I should have been questing. My purpose in here was to stay within the Sail Haven. That never happened. As a matter of fact, this is a little bit funny and embarrassing. I was making my way to the Dockmaster in here, and look up where I ended up. So, yeah, I got distracted so easily, but I think it has been well worth it. In any case, boy, well, we still have a lot of things to do, but we have run out of time for today. So this will be the end of today's episode, but join me next time and we will continue our exploration of the city. For the time being, though, this has been all on today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Garrel is saying goodbye as well. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.